reason why I be telling y'all not to trip about these men and whatnot is because I work in the healthcare field. I've been in the healthcare field since I was 18 years old. They're dying alone. They're dying alone. The women that's in these places, their daughters are coming to see them every 2 weeks. I am the one who is right there when some of these men are taking their last breath. Guess what? Nobody showed up for them. Not their kids, not their wives, not their grandkids. Nobody came for them because why? They were not good men while they were alive. They're gonna continue dying alone. That's why I tell y'all don't trip. I'm physically seeing it on a daily basis, watching them all go by themselves. That's why I don't be worried about these men talking because, baby, I watch y'all every day go by yourselves with nobody on y'all side.
And now, for the moment all you motherfuckers been waiting for. All my flip mode niggas rise and await for the most powerful event to occur. The coming! The coming!
All right, I think it's time the chickens came home to roost and shit on this particular I guess you'll call it a female. All right, I used to call these basic biatches and shit, but okay, we'll call her a basic biatch. As you can see, all right, as you can see, I've gone back to giving a full Monty and shit. Okay, and before I get started, I want to talk about you know. Uh, old folks' homes and shit, old folks' homes, which are full, mostly full of veterans and shit, you know. Back in the day when I was a kid, we never put our elderly in homes. We took care of them until they passed and whatnot. But that's lost to antiquity, along with black women's femininity and shit. By and large, everything's conditional, everything's turnkey business, and it disgusts me, much like this woman here. Okay, all right. I want you to take a good look at shit. I want you to know who's talking shit. All right. I want you to know. So it would behoove you, just a simple photograph explains everything and shit. I would like you to introduce you to Gwendolyn underscore Chanel 91. Okay, that's her name, Gwendolyn underscore Chanel 91, and she says she's in the medical profession and shit, although probably on the lower rungs. And she talks about cleaning dirty, dead bodies and the such. Okay, I'm disgusted. The way she talks alarmed me so much that, I wanted to find out who employed her and send them the video. Okay, because she sounds like an angel of death. Okay, she seems to be getting off on watching men die. And we all know she's talking about black men. She's not talking about all men. She's talking about her own men. Okay? The self-hatred is real. Right? And I don't begrudge her hatred and shit. I am a misogynist, anarchist and shit. And I just, I thought to myself, why is she sitting up here, talking about men dying alone, and how she watches men die all the time. And seemingly enjoying herself watching these men go to the upper room and shit. That's a lot of bad karma, by the way. Okay, it's a lot of spiritual karma and shit. It's gonna be paid back to you twofold and shit. Unfortunately, I think she has a son, and I'd like love to have a talk with her husband. I love for a lot of us guys to sit down and have a talk with her husband and ask him why she's this way. How can he lay next to a misandrist and shit? Okay, and then we look at her and shit, and it's obviously she has some issues, some kind of past issues. I want to say, that trigger word, who hurt you? That trigger sentence, who hurt you? Okay? And we look at her, she's basic, man. She's a fat, chunky little bitch, okay? All right, she got some tattoos, she's wearing her fucking bonnet. She got a big ass midsection and shit, little stubby legs. She herself said that she had a fupa, Got nothing more to say about that, but as you can see, she's no snack. She's no big shakes and whatnot. She put on her, even at her best, with her best war paint and white woman disguise wig and, butterfly lashes and stripper gear and, Magic City gear, she's still below a 4. Okay? Below 4 and shit. I know it's crass to say this and shit, but I was disgusted. I'm always especially disgusted by these sisters that are in the medical profession just for the money alone and nothing else. They have no fucking empathy whatsoever for sick and dying people and shit. They're just there looking at them and shit well, like Dexter or something. Like they have a serial killer mentality and shit. They don't feel anything. They have no empathy whatsoever. This woman is just her describing the way she talked in the video. I think that she is a liability to any company or vendor that she works for. Okay? She's disgusting. All right? Now, I want to be honest with my listeners. I had recorded a more emotional version of this earlier and shit, and it just wasn't popping. So I'm just gonna, I decided to go look at her social media, and well, you can see what I found and shit. Okay, you can see the reason why she's running her mouth and shit. Why a lot of these women are running their mouth. Our biggest detractors as men, as black men in this fucking ethnic community and shit, which they want to trap us in. Our biggest detractors are these you know, below average women, okay, who just have like a middling career and shit. She works in a medical profession, and I guarantee you, she didn't do that because she wanted to help sick people. She didn't do that because she wanted to discover the cure for cancer or nothing. She simply wants to make enough money to be able to fake like she's a success and floss and flap her gums, her black ass gums on the internet and attack men that don't want her, okay? That don't fucking want her. She's, like I said in another video, this is the kind of woman that gets taken to Pound Town and shit, and then she gets to go to, like, at her best, an Applebee's or a Denny's. She is not going to any five-star restaurants. You are not flying her out. She's not getting flued out nowhere unless she's shooting a porno, and not in Miami, okay? She's going to be shooting at urban amateur shit, okay? She's a bum bitch. She has no, I wouldn't even be saying all this shit, but like, after listening to that first video where she was just ripping men that, on their deathbeds, I was just reminded of the way that women behaved after Kevin Samuels passed away. And this uptick and surge in men getting passports and getting the fuck out and joining the ranks of SYSBM and shit, which, as you well know, means saving yourself, black man and shit. These women were taking their fucking masks off and showing us that they were duplicitous and malevolent and spiritually disgusting. It's literal toilet and shit. Just service girls at best, okay? And I'm not going to absolve anyone of any fucking blame or guilt and shit because a lot of other women that look at these stinking hoes don't say shit. They act like it's fucking Chinatown and they just look the other way while they do all this shit and step out in front of you and shit. You got the whore standing in front of the housewife running her mouth, acting like she Rosa Parks and shit when she's a septic tank. Alright? You're disgusted. And you should be disgusted. You kings shouldn't waste your time with anything like this. A woman like this, you shouldn't even be really talking to. You should just be like, okay, well, when you come over, just pull your titties out and you hit them switches on all fours and shit, okay? If even that. And that's the only desperate men. You know the kind of men that she messes with and shit are those same men that's in that old folks home that she works at and shit, okay? This is the kind of woman that targets older men, okay? Older men, like, in their 40s and up and shit, okay? Because to them, motherfuckers that's finna die, it's just like, well, what the fuck, I'm leaving anyway. Might as well hit it and shit, okay? And she'll even probably take something, money, for her services and shit, okay? Why she'll be so bold since she wants to attack black men. Nobody wants to hear anything you have to say and shit, okay? And you putting on a fucking baby hair weave that's played out and shit, It's so played out, it should be put out of his misery with a shotgun, wearing your war paint and shit, And then you have once they think you're in a trap, you get to see the bonnet and shit and the flabby belly and just, them without makeup. And then, you were, biologically catfished and shit. And then you got to take this abuse and be in a codependent relationship if they, manage to baby trap you or something, you just fucked. Okay, you kings out there, you better start looking at this shit like these women look at it. Then when they see you, they see business opportunity. They don't see a human and shit. They don't see somebody they want to be with for the rest of their lives. They see a mark, okay? And this woman is one of the worst and shit because she's hiding in the medical profession and shit around sick and, terminally ill people and shit that just, need a moment of calm and shit before they go to the upper room. All right? And, you want to be in one of those homes and shit, look over and see her staring at you, waiting for the angel of death to come and claim you, okay? While she grins with yellow teeth and black gums, okay? I'm gonna say fuck it. I'll be honest before I go and tell you guys that, if I was there when she was making this video within 5 feet of her, it would be a drastically different video about a different topic and shit, and you would see my mugshot, okay? Because she has no empathy and no humanity, so she doesn't deserve any in return. SYSBM equals save yourself, black man.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.